But let's kick things off, say why we are in the kitchen, why it's smelling so good. It's because one of our favorite chefs is back.
That's right, Chef Grego from Sabor with Love is here to make another Latin-inspired dish. Thank you so much for coming, Chef Grego.
Thank you for inviting me. Thank you, man. I'm excited. I'm very happy.
And this is right up my alley. It's completely, strictly Puerto Rican.
Yes.
So we're going to be making arroz mamposteao.
Arroz mamposteao. A lot of people ask me, how do you translate arroz mamposteao in English? And
I was going to ask.
I say it's like a Puerto Rican
dirty rice or jambalaya.
Jambalaya, like a type of jambalaya. So it used to be like a poor man's food, you know? It was leftover rice, leftover beans. You bring everything together, add a little bit more ingredients, and just created a new dish, and just added whatever protein you wanted. There's people that do it now. Chicken and beef and sausage and shrimp and lobster. People do it to take it to a whole nother level. And now the cool thing about it is that you go to restaurants and you can find this type of rice. So it's actually kind of cool, you know, that a rice that brings back memories. It became a staple everywhere you go. So we have here already going. I have my beans. Leftover beans. I made them this morning. But you know, your leftover beans. I have them already simmering. I put onions and peppers in here.
So what does smell so good? Because it's awesome.
So you know what it is?
That is sofrito.
That's it. Let her know. It's that sofrito, that blend we use to make all our foods in Puerto Rico. And then I added the onions and the peppers and a little bit extra garlic. And remember, the beans already had flavor.
Yeah.
The rice already has flavor. I just enhanced it, took it to a whole nother level. So now I have everything simmering here. And you know what? I have my rice already. You got to make sure it's cooked.
It's cooked,
rice, okay? Because if not, you're just making a brand new rice. So I have everything in here. I have ham. I have sausage. So I have pork and chicken already cooked.
Already pre-made.
All right? I'm going to add it to this. And then I'm just going to give this a quick...
Would you call this a caldero or
No, this is a wok.
It's a wok. Okay.
I was going to bring my caldero, but it was just too big. It was like this big. So I would have needed like 2 stoves for this. So you see, you have a lot of liquid in here, but remember, once you add this rice, it's going to absorb a lot of that liquid. And the main thing with the mamposteao is it has to be like gooey, like a wet rice, you know?
It's almost like a paella consistency,
yes,
if you will, towards the end. So what's the secret to creating that specific texture at the end? The liquid, right?
The liquid. You got to make sure you have liquid. Your seasoning's on point, okay? Because that's what's going to give this rice a lot of flavor. So a lot of people say, oh, I ate mamposteao somewhere else. It was a little dry.
Yeah.
It's about the liquid. It's about the liquid. So you got to make sure you have a nice stock, or you could do a balance of stock and water.
Okay.
So once you have this stage of the mamposteao.
See the colors? Oh, I love
the color, you want to add your rice little by little. I just added it.
We're actually using the above camera. So
I like it. So now we start mixing this. We want to make sure we want to blend all this rice, and it covers, you know, it colors. Quiero que esté, you know, that nice orange, yellowish color.
It's nice because you can see what needs to be stirred still.
Yes.
So now you mix this up. So you see it's still nice and, look how mojadito, what we call it, right?
It's like wet.
Nice and wet rice. So at this point, I like to add, if I needed some more, a little bit of my sazon. That's what's going to give it the color.
And the color.
Color and flavor, okay? So we mix this up.
And you can find all these ingredients at your local
everywhere,
store, or even like local supermarkets nowadays.
Yeah, you'll be surprised. If you're in Florida, you can find it everywhere. So look at this. This is the cool thing about this. Blend this rice. Okay.
And then, so again, this is not just a side. This is a straight up meal,
This is a straight up meal. And then you could pair this up with some tostones, with some ripe plantains.
Okay.
So I have some fresh herbs from my garden. Some culantro, recao.
Nice, yep.
Some oregano.
Yep.
Okay. All I like to do is rough chop this real quick. Just add this, because this is going to add so much aroma to this rice and so much freshness.
Oh, yeah.
And it's just going to be amazing.
Chef Grego, where can people find you for more recipes like these?
So if you want to see the step-by-step of this recipe, and also more recipes like we do, Sabor with Love, all platforms, social media, Facebook, YouTube, Instagram, TikTok. And you know, it's about having fun. I do them in Spanish and English at the same time. So while I'm teaching you how to cook, I'm teaching you how to speak another language, or Spanish or English.
There we go.
So it's actually really cool. So look at this. This is the whole point of a mamposteao rice. This is what you're looking for.
So back in the day, whatever was left over throughout the week, you would save it for, let's say, a Wednesday, and then you would throw that in there and just make that big pot for everybody in your family.
Big pot of mamposteao rice. So
nice.
I have here.
Now I've seen it even for the weddings.
Look at that.
Imagine that.
Oh, wow.
For weddings at a
When I'm telling you, you could go to 5-star restaurants and people will ask, you could ask for mamposteao rice. You can't go wrong.
Okay, here we go.
You can't go wrong.
Let's dig in.
I was going to say.
And you know what time it is? Time to taste.
Grego. Oh my gosh, the flavors.
That is good.
We need to add that. You see?
I love the flavors.
So I have some plantains I added to that one, the presentation one,
Okay.
a little slice. You know, avocado. We have to have avocado on our meal. But the plantains, I fried them a little.
Okay.
Then I added a little bit of brown sugar and butter.
Brown
So it has
sugar
that.
and butter.
So
wow,
if you want to
that's
taste a
great.
piece of that, I mean, you're more than
You
welcome.
had me at plantain.
You know.
Yes, please. Look at us. We're destroying
Oh my
the
goodness,
display
yep.
at this point.
But this is so Florida at the same time. You know what I mean? Like the beans and all the different textures and
yes.
all the colors.
So
It just,
good.
you know what Tampa is? Just a melting pot right there. You can
Most
see
definitely, most
Hey,
definitely.
real quick, Chef, before we say goodbye so we can continue to eat and go to a
Yes.
commercial break, what is the latest with you? You've already talked about all your social networking, which is so fabulous to follow.
We're trying to work on a recipe book.
it. Okay.
So it's a working process, and we have a bunch of events. People just doing private chef events and doing presentations and cooking live in different spots. So we've
fun.
been more than blessed with Sour with Love. Yes.
Wow, you're
Amazing.
blessing us.
And-
Thank you
and-
for being here.
And the most important part of Sour with Love is my wife over there behind
back there.
behind the scenes. Behind the scenes.
Good man.
She's the one that
Good
makes it
man.
happen.
Yeah,
She's the
good
one that
job.
makes it
I like
happen.
the shout out. Much
Thank
deserved
you.
there.
This
hey,
is so good.
thank you. So
Yeah.
good.
Thank you
And
for having
again,
me.
come back and see us.
Oh, for sure,
You
for
stay
sure.
right there, because coming up next, are you looking for ways to beat the heat? Who's not, right? We're going to take you to the outdoor water park at Trade Winds Island Resort with Taste and See Tampa Bay. That's next.
Go anywhere.